if he wants to be. He's outstanding.
Yeah, with that last touchdown, Arlington's cut the deficit to within 2. And we're having a little shakiness going on with the camera right now. There we go. So Nick, in a situation like this, it looks like Arlington, they're going to attempt a 2-point conversion. What do you think?
They got to. And this might be a risky call, but I think they might have Callahan run it.
Yeah, Callahan's under center.
Oh no, they give it?
Looks like.
That's Jean Jacques, I think.
2-point conversion.
He got it.
He got it. He got it. I couldn't really hear what the announcer said, but it looks like he got it.
Nice.
We're all tied up now. I think we've got a game here, Nick.
Yeah, you're right. Arlington, great job coming back. Obviously a defeating miss there for the extra point attempt, but great job by Arlington getting the 2-point conversion done. And this thing's all tied up. We're going to have to see what Belmont can do to respond to this one.
Well, you know, I can say this about Arlington. They've showed a lot of mental toughness tonight.
Definitely.
You know, Belmont came, scored right out of the gate, and Arlington, you know, they had 2 scores that got called back. But you know what? They didn't quit. They didn't blame the refs or, you know, play the woe was me game. They just went right back out there and scored on 2 straight possessions. That's what you want to see.
Definitely.
It's a 4-quarter game.
Yeah, it shows the professionalism of this Arlington squad, not to let their emotions get in the way of their playing. As Arlington kicks it off, nice kick there, but returning for Belmont is number 7. He's getting some yards. Whoa, and he's still going as he's taken down. That's Brennan Westgate again.
Brennan Westgate, a junior for Belmont.
Yeah, and that's his 3rd return of the night. It seems like he's the return guy for this Belmont squad. Brennan Westgate, another huge return for this Belmont team. But now is where it's going to be big for Arlington's defense to come up big. This is a pivotal point in the game. Are you going to give up a touchdown and keep playing from behind, or are you going to hold this Belmont team and possibly get a chance to go up on your own?
Yeah, and he takes it up for a gain of about 3 on that play.
I would say so. That was Chad Francis once again. And we've seen that he's the running back #1. He's the #1 running back for this Belmont squad.
Chad's having himself a game tonight.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, if it wasn't for, I'm pretty sure if he might be close, if not already over 100. He definitely would have been had that last one not got called back.
Takes the snap.
Arno hands it off
Oh,
again.
my.
Francis.
Again, on that right side. Arlington's got to lock down that right side. This is getting out of hand.
Yeah, both teams have had trouble stopping the run today.
Yep.
You know, it's interesting because Belmont, they've got Arno under center with the handoffs. He's handing off under center while Callahan, most of his runs are coming from the shotgun. So it's interesting. They're both doing damage on the ground, but, you know, from two different positions.
Yeah.
And he's bubble screen there. He's got that out to Justin Roca. And after the stiff arm, Justin takes it out. Give him a gain of about 5. Give him about 5 on that one.
I think so, yeah. And Justin Roca, a senior captain for this Belmont squad, proven that he's one of the leaders of this team, getting a big play there for Belmont.
20, Justin Roach is complete for 7 yards.
7 yards on that one.
Yeah, you know, stiff arm, that stiff arm to the sides can sometimes get you like an extra 2.
Yeah. It's a great point.
That's why you spend all that time in the weight room.
Definitely.
Arnold's under center again. Francis in the backfield. Fullback in front. Francis takes it up the middle again, and Francis...
I think he got it, the first down, yeah.
Takes it right to the 35.
And Arlington's got a lockdown on Francis. He is the big threat for this Belmont squad.
3-yard run number 24, Chad Francis.
Yeah.
Tackle the play with number 72, Brian Gillian. 1st and 10.
Yeah, it's going to be 1st and 10 now for the Marauders.
They've got Francis in the backfield again. Fullback in front of Francis.
Handoff. Oh, and nice hold there by Arlington.
Yeah.
Starting to learn this Belmont offense a little bit more. See that they are targeting that right side. Arlington's starting to put some extra bodies there.
Yeah, you know, you got to make, because in the open field, Francis has shown, like, once he gets to the second level, forget it. Like, that guy's going to the house.
Yeah, he can run for miles.
He can run, he can cut, too.
Oh, yeah. We've seen him breaking tackles left and right here today. He's dangerous. And that's a good showing there by Arlington, showing that he's not unstoppable. He is human, and they can lock him down.
Looks like they've got Arno in the shotgun this time. Arno, quick screen to the right.
Oh, and that's a good tackle. Nice lockdown there by Arlington, not letting him get too much on that one.
Yeah.
Great play.
I don't think he got a yard on that one.
I would say maybe 1 or 2. But not much. This is going to be a 3rd and long for the Marauders. Yeah, he got
Arno's pass before Preston Stevens complete for 2 yards.
Yeah, 2 yards.
Big 3rd down. You know what I want to see? I want to see Arlington get some pressure on the quarterback.
Yeah.
These quarterbacks have had a clean pocket tonight.
Definitely. When they've been scrambling, it's their choice. Like, as we've seen from Callahan, he's scrambling on his own. Oh, and that's
what
again.
you do best, Francis.
Oh, man. Look at him spinning through Arlington defenders. That's going to be a problem.
You know, I'll admit, that one did catch me by surprise, but I like the play call.
Yeah.
Because on 3rd and long, you're not thinking that they're going to go to a shotgun run. They've done all the runs under center, so, you know, I like the play call by Kuman.
Yeah.
Keep the defense honest.
Head coach Kuman making some good calls. And again, instead of going to that familiar right side there for Chad Francis, he cuts to the left, and that fools Arlington completely. Now it's going to be a 1st and 10 for the Marauders.
Arno drops back.
Oh, caught.
Nice completion.
Oh, but he goes out of bounds. That's number 83, Zach Hubbard, a senior captain for this Marauders squad.
I wonder if Belmont might be thinking in basketball terms, but I'm wondering if they're trying to, kind of steal 2 possessions in this last half, maybe get one early, try to force a 3 and out, and then maybe, who knows, maybe try a Hail Mary with 30 seconds left.
Yeah, you never know.
I might be thinking too much about my Madden days, but
No, you're right. You got to take risks.
Arno calls his own number.
Oh, man.
Wow, Arno takes it up the sideline.
He's in.
And he's in for the touchdown.
Showing
wow.
Showing a little bit of Callahan in him.
Yeah. Man. Arno calls his own number for the 15-yard touchdown.
And that's a heck of a play call there by Jan Kuman.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I think I mentioned Madden before, but yeah, this is starting to feel like a game of Madden right now. It's like you score, I score.
Yeah, back and forth.
Who gets the guy who gets the ball last is going to win kind of game. But let's see, they're going to attempt the point after now.
Yeah, Hampton has been consistent here tonight, but flag down.
Got some laundry on the field.
What is it? Oh, false start on the offense, on the kicking team.
False start, offense.
So that's a positive here for this Arlington squad. Hopefully, that may be the gift here for Arlington that could possibly throw off this so far perfect kicker, Hampton Trout, for this Belmont team and possibly miss this one.
Yeah.
Takes the snap, and it's good. Wow, that 5 yards was nothing. He booted that thing way in the air.
He's got a leg. That's 3. He's 3 for 3 on those PATs now.
Yep.
2:45 left to play in the first half. Belmont leads the Spy Ponders 21-14. I don't think there was before that point after, I don't think there was a single flag thrown on that last possession.
I think so. Maybe coaches might be barking on the sidelines, and it's sticking with these players. Avoid the flags, because we saw in those first couple of drives, how hurtful they were for each of these teams.
Yeah, I mean, on that last possession, you know, they really switched it up. They had some, you know, they pushed the ball down the field through the air. They had a screen. You know, they had some runs. I mean, like, Arno got that one in himself. Like, that was like his first scramble all night.
Definitely. That's throwing the Arlington defense off, and that's exactly what you want if you're Belmont's offensive coordinator.
Yeah. Kumin's been coaching a really good game so far. Both coaches have. Both coaches have.
It's going to be a back and forth contest. Let me tell you, this one's tight. Now Belmont kicking it off. And that's received there. Oh, and he gets through. He's going. He's going all the way.
40, 30, 20, 10. Touchdown, Spy Ponders!
Marcus Jean-Jacques, the freshman. What a showing by him tonight. Runs the full 100 yards. That is a game changer here for this Arlington squad.
Now that's a big time play.
This seems like some Madden
in a
stuff.
big
Let me tell you.
game.
This is turning into a game of Madden. You're right.
Hey, we might have to call this freshman night instead of senior night because it looks like the first-year player has just stolen the show.
Marcus is stealing the show. What an impressive play there by Marcus Jean-Jacques. But that's not all him. He had some great blocks on that play. They created a hole for him right in the middle. And when he reached that 30 on his own end, you knew he was gone. He was flying, and he's not going to miss that.
And the point after is good.
Thank goodness. That's a nice shift for Arlington's kicking team there.
And
now Belmont's offense is going to get another look in this second half. They have 2 minutes, 28 seconds to make something happen. That's plenty of time in football. You know, those last 2 minutes take about an hour.
Yeah, but you know what the good thing is? The kicker the kicker finally got one in. That's great for his confidence.
Yeah, the kicker for Arlington, that's, geez, I don't know. It doesn't say here on the roster sheets, but he has been struggling as of late, but it's good to see him get one in.
Yeah,
But yeah, when he kicks the ball next time, I'll catch his number and we'll point him out.
It's good for his confidence going into halftime because he knows going into the second half, hey, if the wind does pick up, if it gets a little colder, I can make this kick. Because this game, what we're seeing right now, looks like it's probably going to come down to who has the ball last.
Yep. Unless if one of these defense teams can step it up and make the stop. Correct me if I'm wrong, but is that Aiden Woog-McGinney taking the kick?
You know what? The guy can catch. He's 6'3". Why not? Hey.
Might as well put him at the quarterback position, see what he can do.
Oh, man.
Nice high spinning kick there. Oh, and look at that. Jean-Jacques right on top of him.
And he's
all the way back at the 25. He got no gain on that one. Wow, this freshman, Marcus Jean-Jacques, is really showing what he's made of here today.
I'm telling you, man, we might have to change the title from senior night to freshman night because some of these first-year guys look like they're ready to make a name for themselves out here.
Yeah.
First and 10, Belmont.
It's been an impressive game.
We've got our producer here. He's got the game 5 of the, what is it, the ALCS or DS? The ALCS. The Yankees 1 game away from elimination. If I've got any Boston Red Sox fans here, I'm pretty sure I know who you're rooting for.
I think you're right about that one. Oh!
Francis takes that one up to the 30.
Look at that. Tackle's made by Woog-McGinney.
But not before breaking a tackle. You know, Francis, that guy does not go down on the first hit.
Oh, yeah. You're definitely right about that one. He's definitely shown that he can take some hits, he can break some tackles, and that's why he's getting big yards on these plays. And as we've seen, when he's ran the whole field, he's only had 1 or 2 tackles to break. Once he gets through, though, he's through. You can't let him through.
And there's a flag on that play. Francis took that one again.
It's going to be interesting to see what this flag is. Oh, I see. Yeah, offense was backing up. It's going to be a holding.
See, the good thing about a situation like this is Arlington has two things on their side right now: time and field position. And if I'm not mistaken, they're going to be receiving the ball in the second half, right?
Yeah, you're right, and that's why I pointed out earlier, it's so important to have that second half ball to lean back onto. If they can just hold this Belmont team.
Arno, he's calling his own number.
Oh, and he's still
Arno,
going.
and he breaks the tackle.
Oh, and he gets a block.
Arno's getting to the 50. Penalty on the field, though, as Arno takes it out of bounds.
Yeah, that might have been an extra hit
into
there
Arlington
on Belmont.
territory.
Yeah, that might have been unsportsmanlike conduct there on Belmont. He absolutely drilled that Arlington player. I didn't catch who it was, but
Do you think on Belmont or on Arlington?
Belmont. There was a block on the play, and it was excessive, to say the least.
If this is on Belmont, that's a backbreaker.
It is.
Man,
that's tough.
You know, in a situation like this, you could see on that
personal foul.
Yeah, you know, you can see on that play how Arlington, they had a lot of guys drop back deep, which gave Arno the chance to call his own number and, you know, find the gap between the offensive line.
Yeah, there was definitely a lot of space in the middle. A lot of Arlington players playing far back, as you said, playing man coverage. But it cost them there. Luckily, Arlington getting away with one there. And the Marauders are brought all the way back thanks to that flag, a personal foul.
Arno in the shotgun now. He's got Francis behind him. Three wide receivers to the left.
Oh, he's getting
one to the
pressured.
left. And he's got to Francis.
Oh, he can't get it. That's great pressure there by Arlington's defensive line.
Yeah.
As you can see, they broke through, and they put some pressure on. Arno, and he tried to do a quick throw there to Francis. He wasn't ready for it, and he jumbles it and drops it. So
now it'll be a 3rd and long now for the Marauders. And like you said, Arno got that ball out a lot quicker than he wanted to, but Arlington finally able to get some pressure on the quarterback. Just altered the throw just enough to have Francis bobble that thing and have it drop. But 3rd and long now, Francis in the backfield, 2 wide receivers to the left, and you got 2 to the right. Arno looking to his right, throws to his left, and it's caught into Arlington territory. And he breaks one tackle.
He gets a block.
Breaks another.
Oh, he's still going.
And he's tackled just inside the 30. And that's Justin Roca.
Jeez, that's impressive there for this Belmont team. Again, converting.
Now that is an athlete.
On the 3rd down conversion, getting another one in the books for Belmont.
Back shoulder throw. Justin, you know, great body control. Made sure to come back for the ball. And you know what I liked about that play?
Yeah, what?
He kept thinking about his next move. He wasn't just trying to get down. He knew as soon as he caught that ball, he had green grass to go.
Definitely. Yeah, it's going to be a timeout for Arlington now. 28 seconds to go in the first half. Your score right now, we're all tied up. The Spy Ponders 21, Marauders 21. And man, it's been an entertaining game, hasn't it, Rich?
You know what? I haven't had this much fun since my playing days in Madden. Yeah, but you know, back to your point. Yeah, I mean, when watching 2 teams on a beautiful night going back and forth, trading point for point, man, like this is the stuff that you love to watch on Sundays, man. Like, you know, like as a fan, I just love seeing points on the board. I love it. I love the back
definitely.
and forth.
I love the offense, but yeah, that just goes to show you how the football fans around the world differ from each other. Some people love games like Super Bowl 53 where you just see all defense, while me and you are more like, I'm good. I would rather watch the AFC Championship game and pretend that was the Super Bowl.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely enjoy defense, but that's what a 10-3 game isn't necessarily sexy to watch.
Yeah.
But now we have a 1st and 10 for Belmont, just inside the 30 of Arlington. Arno hands that one off to his fullback.
Oh, and he's stopped there by Arlington. Nice stop.
And that's the senior, Ryan Santoro.
I think that's going to be a wrap, though, for this first half. They're just going to let the clock wind down. Unless, did they take a timeout?
You surprised?
Yeah, they did. They did.
I think they're going to take a couple shots.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Belmont looks long on this play. Only 19 seconds left.
I mean, we saw how a couple possessions ago, Kuhlman called a seam route on that play. He called a 4 verticals, and they were able to make the touchdown like about 30-some yards out. So he's definitely shown the aggressiveness to be able to fire that ball deep. He's got a quarterback in Arno who's willing and can make that throw. So it'll be interesting to see how they use these last 19 seconds.
And also, we've seen out of Kuhlman, he's made some questionable calls when it comes to the offense, because Arlington has been thrown off many times of Kuhlman's, how would you say this? It's a very different type of strategy that we don't see out of a lot of offenses. Not only, like you were saying, can Arno throw that touchdown pass, he can also run it in as well. So
he's keeping them on their toes.
Yeah, he's
letting Arlington know I can pick any play out of my playbook, and you can't stop it.
Yeah, he's taking risks.
And Arno
throws, caught, but he goes and he gets out of bounds.
But that's what you want.
That's
you stop
pivotal.
the clock, get a little closer towards the end zone, give yourself an easier throw.
That was Zach Hubbard, a senior captain. That just goes to show you, these senior captains, they have experience on the field. They know how to come up in these tight situations. Here, the winding down seconds of the first half, they know how to work in crunch time situations.
And you know what? For a team that seems to run the ball as much as they do, that really shows how skilled these wide receivers are, because their numbers aren't getting called often, but when it's time, they know exactly where to be, and they've got the hands to make the plays.
Definitely. And again,
first and 10 Belmont, and they're dropping deep. Everyone's going long.
Oh, he gets it. Touchdown! Wow. Oh, and a flag. Flag's down.
Flag of the play.
And another flag.
Man, I need to know what the penalty is. Before I give my commentary on that incredible catch.
Man, that was
honestly, the DB could not have played that one any better.
I know, that was Rube McGinney covering him there.
I thought he batted that one down.
I know, so did I. Man. I don't know how he came out with that one. That was number 20, right? Who caught that? That's Justin Rocha.
And that'll be a pass interference penalty on Belmont, so that touchdown will not count. Yes.
Oh no. No. I think it is on Arlington.
Oh, let me see. Looks like they're still.
Yeah, the referees are discussing it over. There might be some disagreement between these referees. I don't know.
I mean, I didn't see like it happen on the reception.
Penalties offset.
Oh,
yes. Okay. So so you were right. There were penalties. There were penalties on both sides, so they're going to replay the down.
Oh, really? Oh, that's got to hurt for Belmont. That's got to hurt. Replaying the down. What an incredible catch, though. Let's just recognize, even though it didn't count, that was outstanding. Wook McGinney had him locked down. He had him totally covered, and somehow he came up with the ball.
You know, as the saying goes,
timeout. Arlington.
Great coverage, even better throw.
Timeout Arlington.
Yeah, they got to talk this one over.
Man, 8 seconds left. It's gonna be, how if I'm Belmont, what I'm doing right now, I've got 2 plays. You can get 2 plays with 8 seconds.
Yep.
I'm taking 2 shots into the end zone.
Yeah,
I'm taking 2 shots. You've shown your guys have shown they can make plays in tight coverage. Give them a chance.
Yeah, even though Belmont's a heavy run offense, I would say go for those passing plays. If it's incomplete, that's fine. It stops the clock. But you don't want to risk that run and then Arlington stops you, and then you're stuck in the midfield with the clock winding down. You got to go for the pass plays. And as we've seen from Belmont's coaching staff, they're willing to take risks, but will they be willing to take the risk of throwing 2 balls to the end zone?
But you know what? I'm wondering how much do they trust their kicker, because he made a PAT from a bit of a distance with a penalty on the last score.
Definitely.
So you know, even if you wanted to try a quick out, you know, maybe get 5-6 more yards, you could attempt a field goal.
Yeah.
I wouldn't rule that out either.
Yeah, that's a good
But
point.
Arno's in the gun, and he drops back on this one. He's looking to the end zone again. Same play.
Oh, good coverage there by
This time.
Jacques.
Yeah, he had to dive for that one that time.
Yeah, and this
He had
is,
to dive for it.
like you said, 2 plays in 8 seconds. We
Yeah.
have 2 seconds left. You're
I
right.
think he got a little bit slowed up at the line of scrimmage. They gave him a nice jam, didn't give him a free release, and I think that threw off the timing just enough, you know, for that ball to go over his head and for, you know, the DB to be able to make the tackle on the play. But you see what I meant? Like, yeah, that was,
Yeah.
I like it, like, you know, because he played him one-on-one to the corner. That's the shot that you want to take. You just want to make sure, you know, your receiver, you know, he's just got to beat the press.
Yeah, but we've seen from this Belmont offense, they're heavy to the right side, but when they've gone to the left, they've thrown off Arlington. Will they go to the left this time?
Dropping back again.
Oh,
he's calling his
under
own
pressure.
number, but he's
Goes
scrambling
to
to
the
throw.
left.
And
It's caught! Oh my God!
Are they gonna
Oh
roll
no! Oh, I thought he got the toes down. Jeez.
Man,
That was Zach Hubbard.
wow. What, you know, that's the force out rule.
Man, and what a way to end the first half with a close call there for Arlington. This thing's tied up.
Hey, you having fun, Nick? I am.
Man, I'm having a blast. What an entertaining game here we have for senior night, folks.
Hey, this will be a night to remember for sure.
Definitely, and we'll see you guys back here for second half action in a little bit. I'm Nick Atonakas,
I'm Richard Damas.
and we'll see you guys back here soon. Thank you.
Your score at halftime, all even at 21.
Time and again, Bert Upton and Mary Jane Bell thought the telephone was glued to their father's head. Everyday sounds throughout the house of Bert Bell, commissioner of the National Football League, who once owned the Philadelphia Eagles and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, Commissioner Bell oversees 12 professional teams, mediating the occasional uproar in locker rooms nationwide, and barking orders to callow managers in any given team's front office. No time of day was off limits. Bert Bell used a phone like a conductor's baton, directing a nationwide ensemble of braggarts, pranksters, ne'er-do-wells, and legendary Hall of Famers.
What he did is he had a phone. There was a black phone, and there was like a red phone in our house. I remember he was on the phone night and day, took calls. I think that's what really killed him.
In his first year as commissioner, Bert's phones rang nonstop just prior to the 1946 NFL championship game between the Giants and Bears. Two Giants players were ensnared in a gambling scandal Bell feared threatened the very future of professional football. Both players were suspended indefinitely. The commissioner manned the phones yet again to immediately quash any further attempts to stain his beloved game.
We got a hold of J. Edgar Hoover. He said, I'm looking for ex-FBI agents that I can put in every city to check upon all of the gambling and the things that go on, who gets the players and who doesn't. And that's the thing that really stemmed the whole gambling situation.
Nationally advertised price, $199.95 with your trade-in.
In 1952, Commissioner Bell himself wagered with television executives who appreciated football's power to gratify cash-rich sponsors, eager to peddle their latest wares during commercial breaks.
The first all-new shortening in 40 years.
Bell imposed a policy that home games be blacked out within 75 miles of the stadium, enticing football fans to purchase tickets, perhaps even enduring the elements to cheer their team, rather than watching the game for free at home.
Detroit Lions are playing the Cleveland Browns for the World Championship in Detroit. It had snowed all week long, and people stood out in line for hours and days to get their tickets. The minute the game was sold out, Governor Soapy Menem-Williams started to call my father and put pressure on and said, "The game should be on television, Bert. It's sold out. What about the millions of people that do want to see it?" I mean, that was one of the great rivalries then. He said, "Well, you know what, Governor? What am I going to tell the poor bastards that stood out in line for hours and days in a driving snowstorm? Am I going to say to them, you bought the tickets, now I'm going to give it to everybody else free?" So he told them no. So what did Williams do? He called in Tricky Dick, who was the vice president at the time. So he called Nixon and said, "Come on in, we're going to put pressure on Bell." And Nixon came in, and I'll never forget the night before the game. First of all, Nixon was the most uncomfortable man I've ever been around, even as a child. And they really put the pressure on him. The vice president of the United States and the governor of Michigan. And he turned to Nixon and he said, "I'm not going to do it. You can say anything you want. I'm protecting those poor people out there that don't have money, that sat there for that game." He backed Nixon right down. I said to myself, this is the greatest moment in my life.
For 60 or 70,000 people to do this for the Green Bay Packers and the city of Green Bay, it certainly should set an example for some of the larger cities of what enthusiasm and desire and love of sports will do.
The stocky NFL Commissioner Bell was notorious for rejecting the gentility of high society and those relentless powermongers forever seeking higher office.
I should say this, that Pat doesn't have a mink coat, but she does have a respectable Republican cloth coat. And I always tell her that she'd look good in anything.
Bert Bell coined the phrase, "on any given Sunday," meaning that on game days, any team, no matter how weak, can best even the mightiest rival. And he fought relentlessly for the integrity of all of his football clubs, even if that meant an impulsive personal foul on any given parking lot.
Well, he was the commissioner at the time, and nobody would do this today. But he was actually, I'm trying to remember the name of the club. It was kind of a private club, and he took us there for dinner after the game. And there was this guy out in the parking lot, and he said, "Yeah, we know your game's fixed. You know, I bet on this. You know, everybody knows pro football's fixed." My father kept walking, took us into the restaurant, sat down. He said, I don't know what he said, we have to go to the restroom or something else like that. He walked out. The guy was still in the parking lot. He knocked him out.
Your dad knocked this guy out.
Punched the guy out. Can you imagine Goodell today being mad at somebody? "Hey, JC, I had enough of this." Boom. It ain't going to happen.
But Commissioner Bell's main weapon of choice was his arsenal of telephones. Phones in his bedroom, phones on the landing, phones on the first floor, phones in his home office. Whether it was a contested ref's call in Cleveland or a gang of cranky Packer fans grousing about the warm beer sold at the games, Bert persistently worked the telephones. In the Bell household, the mere mention of the term "last call" was unceasingly out of bounds.
And I wanted him buried. I requested in the casket for a phone to be put in there. And they told me it was too sacrilegious. And I said,
With
yeah.
a name like Bell, it would have been perfect.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Bert always ringing.
For ACMi News, I'm Jeff Barnes.
Hey, Dad, telephone.
And we're back for the second half of tonight's men's football game between your Arlington Spy Pointers and the visiting Belmont Marauders. I am Richard Damas here with my color commentary host,
Nick Atonakas.
Nick, man, we had an explosive first half, to say the least, wouldn't you say?
Man, it was outstanding. This is some of the tightest football I've seen for this Arlington team all season. So it's impressive, and it's great to see here on senior night.
I've watched a decent amount of high school football game. This is probably the most points back and forth that I've seen from two teams ever. So, you know, it's exciting. It's senior night. All the families are out here. More people are definitely showing up. It's getting a little chilly, but hey, it's senior night, and everyone's got some cocoa. So, you know, I'm excited for a good second half. The first half, you know, I would say the story of the first half would be the ground game and just the, you know, I would say just the creativity of both coaches to use the entire playbook, whether it's the shotgun passing game, quarterback runs, quarterback handoff, draws, direct snaps. Like it's been a mix of everything tonight.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of inventful plays from both sides of the ball on offense and defense. We've seen some creative plays from both teams as well. They've really been showing how they can both run the ball and pass the ball. They have a great passing game and a running game. While their quarterbacks, both quarterbacks have shown that they can scramble in the pocket and get some yards off of when pressure's put on them.
Absolutely. I think, you know, my biggest question for the second half is, who is going to be the first one to get that big stop? Because other than that last possession where, you know, at the last possession of the half where Belmont, you know, ran out of time before halftime, you know, each team has scored on each possession. So in a game like this, it could very well come down to who gets the ball last.
Definitely.
And who is going to make that first stop to give their team a chance to pull ahead.
Yeah, and this is important for Arlington. Starting with the ball, they have a chance to get their first lead of the game here. So this is a big offensive drive here for Arlington. It's going to be important to see what they can do.
That's true. You know, thinking about it now, they've pretty much been chasing Belmont the entire time. So this is a huge, you know, huge opportunity for them to have Belmont play from behind. Because we haven't seen Belmont play from behind yet.
Definitely, yeah.
Let's see how Coach Rob DiLoretto comes out.
Callahan.
And he's going to his guy.
He just got spine busted. Jeez.
You know, I'm interested to see, you know, what adjustments Belmont makes to contain Callahan, because they were not able to stop this guy at all in the first half. He was getting everything, whether it was the right side, middle, left. He was getting whatever he wanted. But they got a good stop that time. No gain on that play.
Yeah, definitely. Callahan has shown that he can run with the ball this game, and he's really proven to this Belmont team that they have to watch him much closer than they did in the first half.
And Callahan drops back and he throws.
Oh,
and
it's intercepted.
It's intercepted.
Oh, and he's still going with it. Arlington's got to get somebody on.
Oh, and he fumbled the ball.
Oh, he fumbled.
He fumbled.
Oh, my God.
Arlington has it. I think they got it. They got it back.
What an eventful play. Did you see that hit? That was a hit. Man, that took him, that knocked him right out of his socks.
We heard that all the way up here in the booth. Man, you know, that just goes to tell you, never give up on the play.
Definitely.
Play to the whistle.
And that was, for Belmont, that was number 23, Mac McHugh, who had the interception, but he fumbled it as well, so that's tough.
I'm going to give you a little history lesson. This reminds me of the 2006 AFC divisional game where the Patriots went on the road to play the Chargers. And I think Brady threw like that fourth pick, and then Troy Brown managed to strip the ball and get the ball back for that team. I mean, that's like a dinosaur goal, but man, I'm just getting flashbacks.
Yeah.
And Callahan call this number again. This time he'll bring it up just shy of the 45-yard line.
Man. That's like
what? Did we just watch?
Man, that's like a Malcolm Butler type play in Super Bowl 49. Just shock out of nowhere. You don't see it coming. It seems like it's over. It's about to end. and it flips on its own head. That's impressive by this Arlington team, showing that they're going to fight to the end, go down swinging no matter what happens. They're not giving up. Oh, a screen to Jean-Jacques. He gets through. Nice break there. He's still up and going, but he's taken down by a group of Marauders there on the right side.
I'm just still in awe of what just happened. I think
so am I.
It's, for both teams, right? You're Arlington. You're like, man, like, if I'm Coach E. Loretta right now, I'm telling my quarterback, yeah, like, let's be a little more careful before throwing a ball like that in traffic. But Arlington, you get a second chance.
Yeah, you got to use this momentum to your advantage.
Callahan's calling his number again.
Nice.
You just feed it to Callahan. He's the quarterback and he's the running back tonight.
And he's matching up with Matt McHugh right there. Matt McHugh got the tackle. He's the one who picked off Callahan earlier in the drive and then caused the fumble. And the strip of the ball there was by Stanley Pierre. And we've been seeing a lot of him this game. He hasn't been able to get too much on the run game, but he just proved himself there. The sophomore for this Arlington team, Stanley Pierre, showing what he's made of. Huge play there.
That might end up being the play of the game.
Definitely.
Huge play.
That could change things around completely. Callahan running with it again, but he's pounced on by about 5 Marauders. And man, I'm still in awe from that play. Like you're saying, this is a historic play. We've never seen anything like this.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be I bet the Belmont the coaching staff, they're probably really upset because you're not only able to get an interception, but you're literally able to take all that momentum away from Belmont and once again have them chasing you.
Yeah. Arlington, yeah, that would have been a huge momentum loss for Arlington.
You got to capitalize. Callahan.
Oh, man. Did you see that?
You know what? He took a hit and then he gave one back.
Yeah, Matt McHugh went down on that one. He just got absolutely leveled by Callahan. Jeez. And those guys seem to be a matchup here tonight. McHugh has been going after Callahan as of late.
9-yard run by Tyler Callahan.
It's funny. It reminds me. I've got some buddies that play pickup basketball leagues in in the Boston area.
Yeah.
And they always tell me the football player turned basketball players are always the hardest guys to play against because they're just so physical on the court. Like Callahan, you're tackling a linebacker.
Yeah.
Who can run. He's got the size and the strength. Like you're gonna feel it when you go after him.
Definitely. And right there we saw Callahan going for the quarterback sneak, and yeah, he got enough for the first down. We saw again 2 players in the backfield for Arlington pushing Callahan forward to get that first down. He's not afraid to be pushed by his own teammates. That's saying something.
This guy's been playing like a warrior today.
Definitely. Now it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Spy Ponders. Jean-Jacques moving on the play. Callahan in the shotgun position. He's got 2 guys in the backfield. Hands it off to Jean-Jacques. He has a lane in the middle. He's going, and he's brought down there taken down by his legs by number 55.
You know what? That might have been the last line of defense right there.
Oh yeah, Ryan Hoffman, senior captain for this Belmont team, saving things for the Marauders. That could have been a touchdown.
Run by Marcus Jean-Jacques.
I like how Arlington came out in the second half and they've been sticking to what's been working so far for them. Keeping the ball on the ground and letting Callahan decide what to do with it. Let him decide whether he wants to take it himself or give it to his back.
Definitely.
And he calls on number again, Callahan.
Oh, stiff arm. What a stiff arm. Jeez, that would have been a loss of yards there, but Callahan pushes him off.
Yeah, it looks like he managed to get it, just back toward, say he probably got a couple, maybe just right around the line of scrimmage, but I mean,
just short.
Yeah, you got enough for a burst.
3 yards.
3rd and 1.
It's going to be 3rd and 1 again for Arlington. Arlington has been pretty good today on the 3rd down conversions. Hopefully they can continue this streak.
Yeah, 3rd down. Neither team has really been able to get off the field on 3rd down. Like it's been all offense tonight.
Definitely.
Let's see now, Callahan in the shotgun. And he calls his own number.
Oh, what? Oh, it's a fumble.
Oh,
a flag.
no.
Oh, no.
Wait. No, I think, yeah, that was just the pitch.
Yeah, that was.
Man.
That's unfortunate.
Oh, my God.
So close.
And I mean, you know, that's the risk you run when you let it, you know, when a quarterback's the one carrying the ball because, you know, you're running, he's not running like a running back, right? He's running chest up. So if they just get a good hit on the ball, they just get you know, enough contact in the right spot. It's that ball, you know, that ball will come out like a grape on a vine, you know, like an apple falling from a fall tree.
Yeah, but that was just
not my best analogies, by the way.
No, that was good. That was good. I got it. But Callahan had about 5 Marauders on him, and the ball just squeaked out. But
that's
looking on the
huge.
positive side for Arlington, they have good field positioning. Belmont almost at their own 10, and they give it. Oh,
and that's Francis.
Oh, nice. That could have gone terrible.
Yeah, I mean, Francis was able to, I would say he probably got somewhere around 5. He was able to get to the second level.
53, Will Mason making the tackle on that one. If it wasn't for him, I think Francis could have been going all the way once again here tonight.
Yeah, that guy's a beast. You get that man in some open space, he'll take it the distance.
Yeah.
He's already shown that. He can cut, he can break tackles. But Arroyo's got it under center once again.
Arlington needs a big stop.
He's got the fullback and he's got Francis, who he just hands it off to. And Francis gets a couple on that play, definitely enough for the first down.
Yep. And that's unfortunate to see. Arlington was so close, but hopefully they can use this downfall to their advantage and use that to motivate them to get this ball back and score a touchdown and take the lead in this game.
Yeah, because at some point, if you're a defense, you got to make a stop. Like you gotta get them off the field.
Yeah, we've been waiting for it. We've been waiting for these defensive stops. It's been all offense this game, but in this second half, we've started to see the defense is starting to lock down on these dynamic offenses.
And Arroyo hands that to his fullback.
He goes nowhere.
That's the senior Ryan.
Yeah, not much of a gain there for Ryan. It's a good stop there for Arlington. It's going to be second down. Oh, 6 yards.
Ryan Santoro. Tackling the play, but number 7, Calvin Pike.
And there's Calvin Pike, senior captain, making the tackle for Arlington. Now it's going to be 2nd and 4 for this Arlington squad. I mean, for the Belmont squad, excuse me. Oh, and he gets nowhere. That's a big hold. Arlington needs a couple more stops. And this thing could be theirs once again, but, oh, a player's
Looks like
down.
We got a player down.
Oh, and he's grabbing the knee. You don't want to see that. We were talking about Patrick Mahomes during the halftime break, how he has that big knee injury. And like you were saying, even if you can come back from a knee injury, you always have that mental fear in your brain that you're going to just re-injure it. So that's always tough to see.
Yeah, you know, it's like, right, like the body usually heals before the mind, right?
Yep.
Because it's always having that mental confidence in the knee, believing in the knee through contact and pressure. So, you know, it's never, it's always a scary thing because you never know how bad it is, even when it hurts. Like, you don't know, it could just be a little bump. Sometimes it could be something serious, but I mean, your knee is your life, man. It's like your hand as a chef. Like it's everything.
And that's senior captain Ryan Santoro down for the Marauders. That, if he stays out of this one, that's a big loss for this Belmont squad.
He's been the short yardage guy. He's the one that they handed off to on these short yardage situations right here.
Yeah. Like we've seen, he's been getting big yards on all the plays. And hopefully he's going to be all right. It's just having some knee pains. Hopefully it's nothing too serious. But this is the second Belmont player we've seen go down where the trainers have had to come up onto the field.
Yeah. I mean, it's been a physical game. Like, both teams are playing smash mouth football. It's big guys against big guys, and, you know, whoever gets the bigger push is going to win. So, you know, it's definitely been a war of attrition.
Definitely. And, yeah, they're always casualties in war, and hopefully this Belmont team is hoping right now that Santoro is not one of them and he can stay in this one. Oh, and it seems that he's getting up. That's great to see. He's gonna limp off the field here. Good to see. Cart not needed. Oh, that's great. Walking off on his own now.
Yeah, that's a good sign.
That's good to see. But he's gonna go to the bench, take a rest, and now it's gonna be 3rd and 4 for the Belmont Marauders. Arlington needs a stop. Their defense getting hyped up. This is a big play for Arlington. What do you think Arlington needs to do to lock down and hold Belmont on this one?
Man, I think they need to be ready for the run.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you gotta put 8 in the box. You gotta put 8 in the box because most of their pass plays have been screens. Trust your guys on the outside that they can make a one-on-one tackle and crowd the box because they have not been able to stop the offensive line from getting lanes for Chad Francis.
Oh, he goes down. Incomplete.
He's calling the pass incomplete.
Oh, that's going to be a 4th and 4, but as we saw before, Belmont went for it on 4th and 10, and they
But you know what? I wasn't crazy about the play calling on defense because the guys dropped back so fast. Like, he literally had no one touching him. Like, you got to press. You got to press. You can't give those outside guys free releases.
Yeah, Belmont had a lot of space on that play. It was dangerous, and luckily Arlington gets away with one. It's an incomplete pass, so Arlington needs to lock down much better on this one.
Yeah, and it does look like Belmont, they're going to keep their offense on the field, so this is a huge moment for Arlington right now. If you get this stop and you get the ball inside their territory, that's money field position right there.
That's the 35-yard line.
They're crowding the box right now. Oh, so they are gonna kick it.
Oh, geez.
Couldn't really tell by the formation.
Yeah.
All right.
That's taken. That's Stan still up. Jeez. Crowd of players on him. That was that's Stan Pierre, the guy who caused the fumble in the last drive. And
Pierre's a football player, man. How many times have you mentioned his name for doing different things, whether it's special teams, offense, defense?
All over the place today. Stanley Pierre has had possibly the game of his life. He's just been all over the field today, all over every single play. He's just been putting it all out there. It's been great.
Yeah, depending on how this outcome, we might have to get a game ball for him.
Definitely.
Definitely a candidate.
Yeah. And we're still tied here. Third quarter.
You know what's crazy, Nick? That was the first 3 and out of the entire game.
Yeah.
We talked about it, we talked about it coming into the second half, like which defenses are gonna step up and make a play first, and Arlington did. They forced them to punt deep inside their own territory.
Yeah, Arlington just got assessed with a penalty. That's gonna back them up about 10 yards. That's a big penalty to take there for Arlington. I wanna say it might have been an offside because when the kick took place, I saw a lot of Arlington players scrambling before the snap. So that might have been called for an offside, but Arlington gonna have to take the ball from not the best field position. They're at about the 15-yard line, but hopefully Callahan can help them out. But there's Jean-Jacques. He has blocks on the side, but he's taken down.
And, going back to Arlington's last possession where Callahan fumbled, just kind of shy of the red zone.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if the coach plans on giving him as many touches this point on as he did before.
That's a great point.
Because you don't want to have any more fumbles like that.
Yeah.
I know that's your best player, so it really, how confident does he feel in himself to continue carrying the ball? Like, do you kind of switch up the game plan, or do you keep riding with what's been working well for you for the most part?
I think you're right. I think Arlington has to switch up the play a little bit, but oh no!
Not this
he gets
time.
through.
Callahan!
He's
going! Level! 30, 20, 10, touchdown! Spy Ponders!
Man, as soon as we were saying, you gotta change up the play, that is just, we were just proven wrong. Callahan gets a lane in the middle. just blitzes right through. Once he gets to the 50-yard line, you know he's gone. Nobody's catching him when he gets through like that.
Well, we know how the old saying goes, Nick. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
That's exactly right. And now Arlington leads the game for the first time here today. And hopefully they can keep things going good with the extra point attempt. And let's see, is Aiden gonna take it? Because we saw him kicking it off earlier. Yeah, Aiden is the kicker.
He got the last one.
Yeah.
So like I like it. Give the you want to have confidence in your kicker.
Definitely. Oh.
Extra point is no good.
That's tough. I mean, Arlington must be lacking a kicker right now because Aiden has definitely shown that his strength is on the offensive side of the game in catching the ball. And he's just shown that he's a top-tier tight end. So, that's a tough break for Arlington, but they still lead by 6, but that's tough to see.
They've got their first lead of the game, Nick. Like you said, like it went from a wire-to-wire game to, hey, like you put yourself in front. That's the first thing. You got the lead.
Yep.
You got the lead.
That's important. Now hopefully Arlington's defense can stay consistent like they have been in this second half and hold this Belmont team and get the Arlington offense back on the field to possibly get some insurance for this Arlington squad.
But, kind of going back to what you were saying for a second, it does beg the question now. Are you still trying to kick PATs, or are we going to go 2-point conversion going forward? Because, this could...
Oh, it bounces! Oh, it touched him. And now Arlington has some time to get there. Oh, and he shakes the tackle. And 2. Oh, man.
3.
Oh, he's still going,
4,
and the flag's down. Man, that was that play was all over the place. All right, back to what you were saying about the 2-point conversion. I definitely agree with you there.
Yeah, it's... this is the stuff that you spend that extra 15 minutes on that Thursday prepping for, the 2-point conversion. Because, it's been like I said, other than their last 2 possessions, it's been score.
Yep.
If they score, they've shown they can make all the point afters. You don't want to be chasing points for the rest of the game. You've got a quarterback that can throw and he can run. So if I'm them, I'm all offense going forward. You can't. You got to go down with the ship.
Definitely. And we just saw the flag thrown was on Belmont. I think it was a block in the back against the Marauders, and that pushes them back into not so great field position. Hopefully this sets up a stop for Arlington, as they definitely need it, as they only lead by 6.
And Arno
throws to right.
To his right.
Oh, incomplete. Nice coverage there by Stanley Pierre.
I think that might be his first incompletion to a wide receiver tonight. Arno, he's been pretty accurate. No, I'm lying. I think that's like you said. That's like maybe a second incompletion.
Yeah, second or third, not
He's
bad.
Been pretty accurate. He's put the ball in good place for most of the game.
Definitely. When he's thrown the ball, it's been accurate most of the time. He's had 2 or 3 mishaps here and there, but pretty much every ball he's thrown has been pretty accurate. But there goes to say on the opposite side, his main focus has been the run game here tonight, so possibly that could mean a return to the run game, as there is somebody in the backfield, and they do hand it to him. And
Francis
getting
again.
through.
Oh my gosh,
oh,
second
no.
level. Oh no.
Oh no.
Francis, he's at the 30, 20, 10.
He's in.
Touchdown Marauders.
Oh boy. And this just, oh man, this is back and forth, dude. We're not going to see an end to this game. There is no end in sight.
Usually when you've got a shootout like this, it's because the ball's in the air.
Yep.
Not on the ground.
It's such a different game.
Like in this day and age where quarterbacks are just, throwing for X amount of many yards and X amount of many touchdowns in a season. This has all been about the ground game, whether it's the quarterbacks or the guys in the backfield. Like it's just, it's crazy.
Definitely.
This point after, will give the Marauders a lead. Let's see, who knows? Maybe Belmont can block it, tip the pass.
Yeah, if Arlington blocks this one, it'll
they
be
got to
huge.
get one.
Ooh, no good.
Wow.
Oh, boy. And we're tied again.
I always said it, for whatever reason, it always seems like it's so tough to tell when you're watching on the screen. I don't know if it's an angle thing, but, man. And the crowd is just, the Belmont crowd's just kind of in shock right now. Like, what happened?
Yeah, that's the Arlington fan group over there. They're in awe. We're in awe. This has been a back and forth contest. It's been a roller coaster of emotions here. We've gone from cheering to standing here, jaws on the floor. It's been back and forth, and it's going to be interesting to see what Arlington does here when they get the ball back.
How many ties have they had so far? They were all tied up at 14, then they were tied at 21, and now 27. We've had three ties, 2 lead changes in this game so far, Nick. It's been a back and forth, man.
Yeah, and that just but this is tight all the way to the end here at senior night.
Belmont caught a break on that one.
Oh yeah.
Because that last missed point could have been huge for them, but it'll be interesting to see how Belmont's kicker, how he handles this mentally.
Yeah, Arlington came away with one there. They got lucky that Belmont missed it. If that could be huge for Arlington, because that just that makes up for their mistake earlier. So hopefully Arlington can fix their mistakes and get those extra points or those 2-point conversions from here on out. Seems like an onside type kick. Oh, and he just falls on top of it. Smart. You don't want to risk that.
Yeah.
That's number 28, Nicholas Alice. He's a sophomore. Nicholas Ailes.
1st and 10.
So it's going to be Arlington ball, 1st and 10 at about the 32-yard line.
It's pretty good field position.
Yeah, considering that there was like no return, he just jumped right on top of it right away. But I'm not sure if that was a botched kick or if that was. I
don't think that was intentional.
Yeah.
But Callahan in the shotgun, he's got his wide receivers out, and he's calling his own number again.
Oh man, he's just plowing through there. Gets about 5 on that one.
I gotta say, Callahan's tough.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I've said this plenty of times before, but that kid. He does not mind. In fact, I actually think he likes the contact.
Yeah.
I think he likes the contact, man. Like, I think, like, this guy is he's a linebacker playing quarterback.
Yeah, man. It gets him going. It hypes him up. And we've seen he's been breaking tackles, running the distance, getting touchdowns. He's just an outstanding quarterback. Such a versatile player.
He's in the gun again, and he'll hand this one off this time.
Oh, but he's stuffed.
And the handoffs to the back for the most part really haven't been effective. But what it does is it keeps the defense honest.
Yep.
Because you can't just worry about me. If you try to jump me and you left your mind off my back for a second, he'll take it to the house. So I like the consistency as far as distributing the runs between the quarterback and the running back.
Yeah.
And that'll do it for quarter 3, ladies and gentlemen. Your score after period 3, we're all knotted up at 27.
Man, it's been tight, Rich. It's been back and forth. And like you were saying before, the change up in who's running the ball has really kept the Belmont Marauders guessing, and sometimes it's paid off for this Arlington Spy Ponder squad. They've seen a couple breaks where they've gotten through in the middle thanks to these change-ups on the running game. But it's going to be interesting to see. We've got a heck of a 4th quarter ahead of us. It's going to be interesting.
I think we're in for an epic climax.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I have no idea what's about to happen, but I know it's going to be crazy. Because this is it. Both teams know I have to score.
Yep.
Every single time I get the ball going forward. On offense, I've got to score. As an offense, I've got to score now.
And let me tell you, Rich, both of these teams are on the brink of being eliminated from getting into the playoffs. They're right on that line. There's a chance that both of these teams can possibly slip into the postseason. What a huge win it would be for whoever can come away with this one and keep their playoff dreams alive.
I agree. Whoever wins this game is going to be very happy. And Callahan, he drops back.
Oh, no, nobody's there. Woog, it looked like
Aiden Woog
McGinney got tied up. Yeah.
They're going to call that intentional grounding.
No, I think it was holding on the Marauders because I saw McGinney, he got tied up there with his...
Callahan's back, defender number 80. McGinney is incomplete.
You know what you do? You make a pass like that when you know the guy's cheating because the ref is going to watch where the ball's going. So that's an easy one for the ref to call.
Yeah, that's a holding. Like I said, he got tied up, and that's going to push Arlington forward.
And you know what? Smart move by Callahan to notice that and make that throw.
Definitely, because that was an early hold. The Marauders saw Woog running that route. They got afraid of it, and they held him because they saw what was to come. And luckily, Callahan noticed it too, and he earned this team a flag, and now Arlington in some pretty good field positioning. Oh. Now Jean-Jacques, he has blocks. He has blocks. Oh, and he almost got through.
Big run that time. Big run. I'd say he probably got 15 on that one, maybe. Maybe 20. 20. I'll give him 20 on that one. And that's what I was saying. You know, you're worried so much about Callahan taking that. You let the other guy go, and he's got enough speed that he can beat you.
Yeah, no, I think this is going to be
coming back.
Formation. Because Arlington went no huddle. Yeah, false start. Arlington went no huddle, but a little bit too fast for the officials' liking. It's going to push it back.
First and 15.
So it's going to be first and long for the Spy Ponders as we're tied up here as the clock winds down on the fourth quarter. 11 minutes, 25 seconds to go. And my heart's racing, Rich. This one's up in the air. It's going to be interesting to see what Arlington can do.
I'm excited. We got a first and 15, and Callahan's calling his number again. Doesn't get much there.
Oh, fumble! Whoa.
I couldn't even tell if the ref blew the play dead.
I thought. Yeah. I think the play was dead, but luckily, yeah, the play was dead.
Yeah, it was a late, it was a late one. So I would have been a little surprised if that had been ruled a fumble.
Yeah. But even if it would have been ruled a fumble, luckily Stanley Pierre was there in the backfield to cover that one up.
Who? Stanley Pierre.
And we've said his name about 100 times tonight. He's been all over the place.
I need to come up with a nickname for him because he just always seems to be there when you need him.
Oh, pressure put on Callahan. He's going to run up the middle.
Ooh. Callahan looks like he got 6 on that play, I would say. 6, just about 6 on there.
Yeah, I would think so. Yeah, you were close.
Yeah, I mean, with that mobility, like I said, with that guy's mobility, you can turn a negative play into a positive. Like, he can call his own number, and he can just make up for a bad snap like that. He's athletic enough to do it.
Yep. And it's going to be third and long for the Spy Ponders. It's going to be interesting to see what kind of play they go for. Do you think it's reasonable to think that Arlington might go for the pass here?
You know what? I'm calling Callahan's number. I'm calling Callahan's number.
It's not a bad call.
Yeah, I mean, that's been the thing that's been working for you best.
Well, but you got to watch this left side. Arlington's got 2 receivers over there, and one of them is Jean-Jacques.
Oh,
that was to no one. Oh, man. Yeah.
They haven't been in many third and long situations, the Spy Ponders, because, they've done most of their work on the ground. So in a situation like that, when they have gone to the pass, most of the time they've cut to one side of the field with having Callahan scramble because, number one, you're hoping the defense isn't ready from the scramble, which you're hoping is going to leave one of the wide receivers open against the secondary. But, Belmont was ready for it that time.
Yeah, and now it's going to be 4th and 10. I think Arlington's going for it, but if they don't get this one, that's dangerous. That would be a Marauder ball on about the 40-yard line. That's pretty good field position.
I don't want to, I don't know how I feel about it right now. Like it's early. You could pin him back real deep.
Yeah. No, they're punting.
Okay, looks like they're punting it. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like your defense has been able to make a couple stops recently. Pin him back deep, make him drive length of the field to get the score.
Yeah.
First and 10, Belmont.
That's smart by Arlington. They're trusting in their defense here. They're trusting in their defense.
Yeah, like you hope that's, I like the decision by coach. You know, put some faith in your defense. They've gotten you a couple stops recently.
Yeah.
You've got the field position on your side as well. Make them earn it.
Or possibly, could you think Arlington's setting up for a possible safety position here, because they backed up Belmont to about the 15-yard line.
Well, yeah, you know, I think it's time for them to put some pressure on the.
Oh, and he's held. Jeez, that was almost a loss of yards there for the Marauders.
But if I'm Belmont, I'm staying patient. The running game's been working for you all night. Your wide receivers are showing the ability to make plays. You know, I would keep playing through. I would keep playing through Francis. Keep playing through Francis. You know, he's shown he can do it all tonight.
He's definitely been a strong point for this Belmont squad.
Chew up the clock. Keep Arlington's offense on the bench, and you know, just wear them down. Like you've got the back to do it, and you've got a quarterback. You've got a smart quarterback who knows what to do with the ball.
Oh, and nice, eaten up by Arlington's defense.
Yeah, 2 straight plays now they've been able to hold. They've been able to hold well against the ground game.
Yeah, and again they went to Francis, and again Francis was stopped pretty early.
Yeah, you know, they've been, it's interesting, right? Like, you give up 21 points in the first half, you've only given up 6 in the second half.
Yeah.
Like they're starting to plug up those holes. They're starting to plug up those holes in the trenches right now.
Yeah, the opponents are really starting to learn each other, and
I'm going after the quarterback on this play.
Yeah.
Boom.
Oh, he's stuffed again. Arlington coming up big. But this just goes to show you, this game's for all of our football fans out there. First half, we got dynamic offense. Second half, we're starting to get some great defense as Belmont brings on the punt team. There's no way they're going to risk it in this field position.
I like defense, don't you, Nick?
Yeah, you know, this has been a nice variety of play here in this game.
Yeah, I like offense a little more, but you know what I mean, I like some nice bounce. I like a game in the 20s, man.
Yeah, man. I agree with you.
Looks like we've got a timeout on the field.
Yeah, Arlington going to get some water here. 7 minutes, 35 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Can Arlington come away with what would be a huge win and a huge statement on their season here on senior night?
You think Belmont goes for it on this 4th down?
No chance.
Yeah, I'm punting this one away.
That's a risk that if I was Belmont's coach, I've seen that he's been a little bit risky here today, but that's a risk I wouldn't be willing to take, because if by some chance you don't get this first down, you don't get this 4th down conversion, you're giving Arlington the ball on about the 26-yard line, and that would be a huge mistake if you were the Belmont.
You see how the game changes though, Nick, when you're the one who's trailing or tied?
Yep.
You know, it does play into your mind as far as how aggressive you want to be with your play calling, because hey, you know, you go for it here and you don't get the conversion, now you're pretty much giving up points.
Yeah, I know, definitely.
You're giving them the short field, like, you know, I want to say they'll at least come up with a field goal, but in a game like this, you give someone a ball inside the 40, you're pretty much asking for 6.
Yeah, Arlington lets it bounce on that play, and they're going to take it about the 35-yard line. Not a bad strategy, and a pretty good punt there by Belmont, pushing it all the way from their own 25 to the opponent's 35. That's a pretty good punt.
This is that point in the game where I think, you know, everyone's belly really starts to get a little bit tight, because, you know, it's kind of been a stalemate. You know, it's kind of iron grinding against iron, but this isn't your last possession, but you know, this is the one where you can pretty much do what you want. You can go, you can do the long 12, 16 play drive, drain the clock, and get in position to score. This is like your last real drive where you have all the time in the world.
Exactly.
You know, so I think you get a little nervous there, because you're like, yeah, it's tied. The ball's in your court, you know.
But if you give it up, that gives the opponent just enough time to score and pull a Patriots-type comeback win and come away with it in the last 2 minutes of the 4th. But
exactly.
Arlington hands off to Jean Jacques. He breaks a tackle. He breaks more, and he gets a first down. Whoa. I saw somebody diving on top of the football, but I think the play was dead. It's going to be a first down for Arlington. Jeez. But Yeah, like you were saying, this is like the last comfortable drive of the game.
Yes.
After this, it's going to be anticipation. It's going to be quick plays, no huddle. It's got to be fast. And I have a question. If this thing ends in a tie, is there overtime?
Yes. Yeah, there's one. I think there's one overtime period. There will be an overtime period.
Okay.
There will be an overtime period. I don't know how much time will be on the clock, but there will be an overtime period.
Yeah.
And then I think after that, it becomes sudden death. So it kind of goes like college rules where, like, you know, both teams kind of think they start with the ball on like the 2 or the 5, and it's kind of like it's not first team to score that wins. It's the first team to get the stop after someone scores that wins.
Okay. So
I don't think. Wait, let me, or I should say it like this, right? So it's like you kind of. It's almost like playing horse, except the moment you miss the shot,
it's done.
Yeah, if the other guy scores.
Okay.
So, like, for example, if it stays up at 27 through the rest of this quarter, and then it goes in overtime and no one scores, then, it's like, let's say, then it goes to sudden death overtime. So if Arlington gets the ball at the 2 and they score, and then Belmont will get a chance to do the same thing from the 2. If Belmont scores, then it goes into second sudden death where Arlington goes again. But if Belmont doesn't score, then Arlington wins.
It's like a deuce, kind of. Like in tennis.
Oh, yeah, it's kind of like a shootout in hockey. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about. It's like it becomes like a shootout in hockey. Yeah, it becomes like a shootout in hockey. Callahan drops back. He's got time. He's got time, and he fires it long and deep.
Oh! There was some contact on that play. I don't know about that one, but no flag. That was Woog McGinney looking for the huge tight end.
Yeah, I think he threw it just a little bit too high.
Yeah, a little bit too
high. But you know what, man?
What? That's a great play call there by DiLoretto.
Yeah, he had a step. He had it like That's the guy I wanted to see more of today. Aiden McGinty. I don't think he's had a catch since the first quarter when he had those 2 big ones.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm surprised they haven't
looked at him more.
Oh, hang on, Nick. It looks like, are they keeping the off? No, I think they're punting. They're punting.
Oh, okay.
They're punting.
Yep. And now it goes back into the hands of Belmont.
Yeah.
Arlington gonna let it roll all the way back to the 15-yard line. That's great field position.
Yeah, I hate to admit it because I would have loved to. It would have been cool in a perfect world if he goes for it on 4th down. But I think that was a smart move. Your defense has been playing light, for the most part, lights out in the second half. Pin them back deep, make them drive the length of the field.
Yep, but this is where time starts to take its toll. 4 minutes, 40 seconds remaining in regulation.
There are no more comfortable drives.
Yep. Definitely. This is where adrenaline starts to kick in, and it could either benefit you by a lot or it could hurt you. It just depends how you use it. Huge play here. Arlington in good field positioning to hold this Belmont squad, but it's going to be a 1st and 10 for the Belmont Marauders. Takes a snap. Handoff to who but number 24, Chad Francis, and he's been electric here today.
Chad. Yeah. Chad's got Madden numbers right now. But they've done a good job containing him, on the last couple possessions, man. Like, they haven't allowed Chad to break out. He got a couple on that one. But the contain has been better the contain has been better the last couple possessions.
Yeah.
And we've got Arreo in the shotgun again. He's been in the shotgun a lot more in this second half.
Oh, and he goes down.
And you know what? That's what I think Belmont should go to a little more now. Actually, I think like their receivers have shown great concentration, great ball skills, and they're big too. They're big.
Oh yeah.
And they're experienced. Most of these guys are all seniors. They've shown they have the confidence to make these big catches. If I'm Belmont now, I'm putting that ball in the air.
Yeah.
Let's go for it. Let's spread them out.
Yeah.
And let's put some points on the board.
You got nothing to lose. This may be your season on the line here. But
Arno's in the shotgun again. He's got 2 wide receivers on each side.
Hands it off. Oh, nice by Arlington, just stuffing them. That defensive line just stuffing Belmont's run game in the second half. But let me just take a moment to recognize Rob DiLoretto's like his strategy to use more of the underclassmen players and let them really prove themselves. We've seen a lot out of freshman Marcus Jean-Jacques. We've seen a lot out of sophomore Stanley Pierre and a bunch of other guys. We've seen a lot out of these younger guys, and they've done a great job, and especially also from the seniors here on senior night, for example, like Tyler Callahan has really been carrying his team, getting in some strides and getting some huge touchdowns. Oh, it's a pitch, though. And again, Arlington holds.
I think we might have to change it from senior night to
underclassmen night.
Yeah. I was actually trying to combine the two. Yeah. I was like, what would you call a freshman? What's
a freshmore? Now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Yeah.
Here we go.
The Arlington sideline's getting loud.
Yeah.
It's a huge 3rd down. Huge 3rd down for Belmont. Arno.
Incomplete. Now it's going to be 4th, but will Belmont go for it? We've seen them take a couple risks. But
yeah, just bad timing on the back shoulder play.
This might be a risk that might be too big to take. Yeah, and here comes the punt team.
I figured they would do that because, you know, they've more or less been punting from the same side of the field the entire time. Like their kicker's been able to, you know, he's been able to kick it pretty deep. So I like the decision.
Definitely.
Man, you know, both these defenses in this 4th quarter, they've been holding on.
They've stepped up.
Holding on.
Yeah, we saw a lot of back and forth scoring, and you said it would be the team to end with the ball who would win the game, but I don't know. I think things have changed now. Both defenses have stepped up, and they've proved themselves here today. And it's going to be interesting to see what Arlington can do on possibly the last drive of the game.
Let's see. Oh, I don't know. Did he touch it?
No.
I was thinking about Julian Edelman in that championship game a couple years ago. Man, did you hear? I don't know if you ended up hearing his commentary on that.
Oh, yeah.
He was like, I didn't touch it with my fingers.
Yeah.
Man.
Let me tell you, that was dangerous. But luckily, Arlington didn't panic, channeling their emotions, because if they panicked and tried to dive on that ball, that could have gone terribly wrong. But
well, you know, when you're in that situation and you're him, you just don't know, right? You're just focusing on the man in front of you, and all of a sudden, boom, the ball just pops right in front of you. And you're like, do I pick it up?
Yeah.
And Callahan calls his own number.
Throws.
They've done a much better job containing him in the second half, too.
Oh, yeah.
Because you know what I think they've understood? His best throws have always come when he's scrambling to one side or the other. Because you know what Coach DiLoretto is trying to do. He's playing to his quarterback strengths, which I like. You know, when he's putting his quarterback in a position to throw, he's giving him the chance to also run as well. That keeps the defense honest, but it keeps his quarterback in a position where he can choose to throw or run. But you know, Belmont, they're playing the quarterback. They're daring him to make a tight throw in a tight window. So
yeah, and let me just say, this time is winding down. Fans are all on their feet. Our hearts are racing. This is huge for Arlington. Callahan, nobody in the backfield. He's gonna run with it. Oh, he breaks through.
Callahan.
He's going.
Oh, I thought he almost put the ball on the ground for a second.
Yeah, but if you're Arlington, you gotta channel these emotions. You gotta take your time. You cannot rush this, score a touchdown, and give Belmont enough time to get another drive.
Exactly.
You gotta wind down the clock.
You got time. Call his own number again.
Yeah, nothing on that one.
See, this is what happens when you're so reliant on your run game to get points. The fact it chews up so much clock.
Exactly.
So in a situation like this, you want, when you're not getting those big runs, you're killing the clock.
Exactly.
You're killing the clock.
But Arlington takes a timeout. I don't know if that's the best move. If there's overtime, if there's no overtime, I see why. But if there's overtime, you want to take this thing down to the last second and possibly risk not getting that touchdown in order to take this thing to overtime instead of getting a touchdown with 1:30 left and giving Belmont back the ball and a chance to take the lead.
See, what that tells me is they're looking at their running game as their passing game.
Yep.
They're telling you right now, hey, we think we're gonna score, but we got to do it running. We're not gonna score putting this thing in the air.
Yep.
That hasn't worked. That hasn't been the game. That really hasn't. They haven't really put the ball in the air since the first drive of the first quarter where they hit. And you know that's the thing. Like speaking of which, I want to see them get Aiden Wong in the game. Like the tight end. You know. Let's get that man some touches.
Yeah, get him involved. He's been.
I don't know what's been going on. There we go, down the sideline.
Oh, Marcus Chuck died for it, but he couldn't get it.
Just off his fingertips.
The freshman.
Oh my God.
The freshman. He could have made history right there.
Oh my God. He had him. He had him.
He could have made history right there.
He had the step.
So
it
close.
was in his hands.
Oh man.
Man.
Props to him for channeling his emotions, just handling the pressure and just using that to excel as a player in this game today.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, he was unable to convert on that one, but Arlington now 3rd and long.
Oh my
They got to make something happen.
He died for that one.
Yeah.
Man. 3rd and long. Third and long, let's go.
Can Callahan lead his team?
He's calling his own number. Callahan, he's got a seam. Callahan.
Is that enough? Oh, this is gonna be close. Oh, they might have to bring out the measuring stick.
If I'm Coach Z Loretto, I'm going for it. I'm going for it.
Yeah, that's not enough.
I'm going for it. Hey,
you got it. Yeah,
I'm putting the ball in Callahan's hands. Let him make the play. Let him make the play.
No. Wait. Is it? I don't know.
Looks like no
Callahan's
game.
a little bit shaky. No, it's Belmont ball. Oh my God. And Callahan a little bit shaken up on that one. You do not want to see that. If you're going into an overtime period, you need Callahan to be healthy.
That's a huge stop for Belmont, though. That is a huge stop for them.
Yeah, I think they were expecting Callahan to run. He's run with it so much. That's where anticipation comes into play.
I mean, he's pretty much been their entire offense the entire game.
Exactly.
So it's just like you said, if he's even a little bit shaken up, you know, that does not bode well for you going into an overtime period. I'm looking at him on the sidelines right now. He looks like he's walking, trying to stay warm, but I think he's just a little bit shaken up after that one.
Timeout, Arlington.
Yeah, now it's going to be big. Arlington needs a stop.
And if you're just joining us now, folks, we've had a really back and forth game. We've had 3 ties, 2 lead changes, and we have 52 seconds to play in regulation.
All right, oh, sorry, yeah, you keep going.
Belmont just got a turnover on downs. Nick, what do you
I just checked with the officials in the scoreboard booth over there. There is an overtime period, so that's confirmed. Arlington needs a stop. This is huge. What an entertaining game. This has got to go down in history as one of the best games this year at Pierce Field.
Better than Arlington Catholic last on the Turkey game?
Oh yeah, I don't know. This has been tight. Oh, and a big first stop there for Arlington, pushing back the Marauders by a couple yards. But yeah,
looks like
he's
we've got
down.
a player down on the field.
No. Who is that? Oh, that's number 24. That's their big guy. That's Chad Francis. Hopefully he's okay. Because if he's not, that is a huge loss.
Yeah, Chad. It feels like it's Chad versus.
Yeah, Chad versus the world.
It's Chad versus Callahan tonight. You know, battle of the ground game.
Yeah.
You know, the two of them are no doubt the leading rushers for both teams. I think the question is, who's the other guy that's going to step up on offense? Because Callahan and Francis have really been, you know, taken out for the most part in the second half of the game. Someone else has got to make a play. Belmont has some solid, you know, veteran receivers on the outside. And, you know, Arlington's got some speedy guys, some speedy young guys on the outside. We saw right there, they almost had the touchdown to pull. They almost had the go-ahead touchdown.
Yeah.
Someone else has got to step up.
You're so right about that. We just got to wait and see if who's going to step up. But now, Belmont in the shotgun, looking long. Oh, it's intercepted. It's intercepted.
There you go.
That's
wait, looks like the ref saying he dropped it, saying he hit the
Henry
ground first.
Burns, close but no cigar.
Man.
I saw him jumble in that one. Now we're gonna check out the replay really fast. We're looking on our other screen. Yep, he took the snap. It deflected off of his arms. Oh, that's close. I don't know. He had his back to the camera. I don't know.
Man, if we can get like a second angle at it.
Yeah.
NBC it.
Yeah. Well,
ACMi it.
Yep, it's gonna be 3rd and 8
Oh
now.
my God.
34 seconds to go in the 4th quarter. Again,
Arroyo, he's dropping back to his right, scrambling. He's firing.
For it, nowhere. Now Arlington's gonna get the ball back, and they have some time. But do you think Belmont will pull the unthinkable and go for it? No, they're bringing out their punting team.
Well, you know, now the big question is how's Callahan feeling after taking that last shot? I mean, like, does he have the strength for a potential Hail Mary, or are they just gonna run this thing in overtime and make it a field position game?
That's a great point. That's a great thing to think about if you're Arlington's coaching staff. Does Di Loretto want to risk it and possibly risk Callahan's health going into overtime and try and go for this touchdown here with 25 seconds to go? Or does he want to preserve his QB, let him rest, and try and take this thing away in overtime? There's Stan taking the run back. Oh, he's getting through. He breaks a couple tackles, and he's taken down at about midfield. That's Stan
Pierre. Yeah, Stan Levy. Who else?
Yeah.
Who else?
What a game. What a game. Him, Marcus, Tyler Callahan, all those guys got to be intention for player of the game. And it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Spy Ponders. They're at about the 46-yard line. What are they going to do? Callahan in the shotgun. No one in the backfield. Takes the snap. Looking for
Callahan
options.
dodges a guy. He fires it.
He's going to the end zone. Oh, nobody's there. Oh. But one play left. One more play. And that's a great job by Callahan staying in the middle. I was going to say before, I feel like Callahan will be more effective if he scrambles, but he stays in the middle of the field, because it seems when he goes out to the side, he's just getting taken down. And he stayed in the middle there, and he got his protection, and he got a chance to throw the ball.
Yeah, it gives him the chance to really see the field and just kind of pick his spots, whether he wants to go left or whether he wants to go right.
The offensive line is just stepping up, holding off this aggressive Belmont team, giving Callahan the time he needs. But we got time for one more play here in the 4th quarter.
5 seconds left in regulation.
Could we see history?
Callahan calls his own number. He calls his own number.
And he's taken down. And this thing is going to overtime. Oh my Lord. Rich, did you expect we were going to see this type of game when you first got here today? Because I certainly wasn't.
I think it's been a tale of two halves, my friend. The first half, you know, you couldn't get one of these defenses to get a stop, and in the second half, you can't. Now it's the complete opposite, right? Like, it's turned on its head. Like, I actually think that the only touchdown Arlington got in the second half was on a kick return, right?
Yeah, I think so.
So Belmont's pretty much kept their offense out of the end zone for the entire second half. And I mean, for Arlington, your defense only giving up one touchdown is an amazing feat as well. So,
yeah.
Man, I was not expecting this type of game at all, Nick, but I'm happy we got it. I'm happy we got into it.
Man.
It's been a fun night working with you, man.
Thank you. And Rich, yeah, it's been outstanding working with you too. It stinks that we only get to do one of these this year, but hopefully next year we can do more of these. This has been so fun. I want to thank you so much.
Hey, likewise, man.
But we're not done yet.
Nope, we
don't have a winner yet.
We got the big OT now.
Oh boy. Captains come to midfield.
And since Belmont is the road team, they're the ones that'll call you the heads or tails on this one.
And we've seen how important this is in NFL games. Every game, important game that the Patriots have gone to overtime, when they win the toss, you have that feeling that this thing's going to be over. So the toss is wicked important, but like we've seen in the second half, it's been defense dominated, so you never know. If you win the toss, do you want to give the ball up, get your defense a stop, and then get some momentum rolling for your offense, or do you want to take that risk, go for the offense, and receive the ball, and possibly try and get a touchdown, but then risk giving momentum to the other team if they get a defensive stop? It's just, it's a decision that is going to be tough to make, but here we go.
So I think with overtime rules in high school, if you get the ball first and you score, I think you win. I don't think it's like the NFL where it's like, you know, both teams get a possession unless the first team scored the touchdown on the first possession. So, you know, that if that's the case, if I'm
Arlington won the toss, they're gonna receive.
Yeah, I'm like, if that's the case, I'm getting the ball.
Oh yeah.
Like,
this is a must score for Arlington.
Arlington's had opportunities. Like, guys have been open on those seam plays. They just got to connect on one. Those guys have enough speed to make it count. They just need to get one play.
Yep. And let's just take a second to recognize this Arlington squad here today. They've been incredible.
Yeah.
Yep. I mean, oh yeah, it is. It is gonna be the rule like you were talking about. There's gonna be no kick return. They're just gonna start on the 5-yard line.
Well, I wouldn't give me too much credit, because that means I'm half on, because I thought that with overtime they were actually going to play a quarter, just a shortened quarter.
Oh yeah. So is it just like wait? It is. Is it Belmont ball? I think it might be Belmont ball.
So I think what's going on is, it's kind of the latter, right?
Yep.
So they're going to have a chance to score, and if they do, Arlington's got a match or Belmont's going to win the game.
Arlington holds them. So now is it Arlington's chance?
It's a 4-down game.
Oh, it's 4 downs.
It's a 4-down game now.
Oh.
You pretty much get the ball inside the red zone, and it's about, you know, at this point it's, all right, how many times can I keep scoring?
24, Chad Francis.
Oh my
Because
God.
as an offense, your mindset's got to be, listen, man, I don't know what my defense is going to do, but I know, listen, I'm going to make sure that these guys tire out before I do.
Yep. So this is kind of like shootout rules. You got to hold them 4 downs, that you get your own chance on offense.
Yeah, the last man standing wins.
Now he takes a snap. He's looking for a throw. He has pressure put on him. He's scrambling in the pocket.
Arno coming back to his left.
Oh! Is that a touchdown?
No way.
Is that a touchdown?
No way.
That's a touchdown.
No way. There was definitely a foot out of bounds before he had control of that ball. No way.
So wait. So now is it? Wait, let's look at our replay really fast.
There's no way.
Takes it. Oh.
That was, come on. I don't know, man.
That was close.
I don't know.
That was close. Yeah, but, all right, but now what? Now is it a 2-point conversion? Like, Belmont's offense is still on the field. So I think this is like the game changer. Like if by some chance you made a touchdown, but then you missed this and the other team made it, then the other team wins. It's kind of like that insurance call. But we'll have to see. Arlington needs a stop.
I have no idea what's going on right now.
This is confusing rules. Throws it. It's caught. So that's 2.
2-point conversion is good.
Okay. So that's a 2-point conversion. So now
And
Arlington.
That was Zach Hubbard.
Yeah, Arlington needs to match what the Marauders just did. That's how I'm interpreting it.
Yeah.
Belmont's offense is going to take the field. They need to score a touchdown and get a 2-point conversion to keep this thing going. Oh my God. So this is going to be tough for Arlington, but this is big. They need this. They got 4 chances, and then they got a 2-point conversion to make. Callahan.
I mean, Callahan's had an MVP night, so I think this guy can get it in.
He's running.
Blocks.
Oh, but he's taken down.
Yeah,
and a flag.
That looked like a horse. That looked like a horse collar. Yeah, horse collar tackle to me.
Let's see what the referee says. Yeah, that definitely seemed like a horse collar tackle to me. Yep. I think that's what he's calling. So, still waiting on the ref signal. Yep, it's gonna be a 5-yard penalty on the Marauders. Yep. Horse collar on the defense. That's gonna push Arlington forward 5 yards. And is it gonna be first down once again, or do you think it's?
Ooh, that's a good question.
I don't know, but all we know is that Arlington got
No, you're right. It's a first down and goal to go. It's a first down and goal to go. It's a penalty.
Callahan hands it off. And is he in?
He got it.
A touchdown.
There we go.
Now.
Did you see who got that one?
It might have been Marcus. It might have been Marcus. It might have been Stan. It was either Stan or Marcus on the. Yeah, it was Marcus.
It's Marcus.
Man, stepping up.
Well, that's how you ACMi it.
Wait. So now what?
Now it looks like what you were saying before.
Timeout. Oh, it's a timeout. Okay.
They're probably just going over the offense and what they want to call. This is it. If they don't get this conversion, they're going home with the loss.
Arlington needs to convert. Can they do it? That's the question. But yeah, I know these are some complicated rules here for this overtime period, but if Arlington gets this 2-point conversion, Belmont will get the ball back and they get another chance at it. Arlington will need a defensive stop and then another touchdown to seal the deal with this one. But let's focus on the present in getting this 2-point conversion first.
It's going to be interesting to see, like, you know, what type of play they're going to call. Are they going to have cut the field in half and let Callahan try to make a play to one side? They're just going to go straight shotgun and just kind of let him see the field, make a play on his own.
Yep.
It's are they going to, you know, like you got a lot of different options, but I think what you got to do is give Callahan the ball and let him make a play with the ball. Like,
we've seen.
I like the shotgun snap it.
Yep. We've seen how good he's been this game, so it's not a bad call. Callahan, you're right. He is going to be in the shotgun position, but is he going to take it? Callahan takes the snap. He's taken down.
Final score, Belmont 35.
And that's it.
Arlington 33.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah. That's your ball game, ladies and gentlemen. Belmont stopped Callahan just shy of the goal line.
But what an entertaining game. You got to give props to Arlington. They really put up an outstanding fight. Let me tell you, this looked like a professional game here today. All of these guys showed what they're made of, and they really proved for us that they are not average players. They're really just outstanding players, and that just goes to show you how records don't always matter. These were 2 teams with only 1 win on the year, and they put on a show for us here today.
Yeah, I mean, there are some things that you can't measure on paper, and this sport shows you that these 2 teams played like champions. Like, you know, I felt like I was watching a couple 4-1 teams going at it tonight.
Yeah.
Like, they were able to adjust well, and they were able to adjust to each other's strengths and weaknesses, and it literally came down to overtime. Like, they were at each other's throats the entire games. There were some amazing plays, you know, by the coaches, by the players. Both teams should be proud of themselves. Like, you know, I think everybody in this crowd got their money's worth tonight.
Definitely.
And then some.
What an entertaining contest. It took us all the way to overtime. We did have some confusing overtime rules, but it turns out Arlington was unable to convert on that 2-point conversion to keep the overtime period going. So our final score here from Mary Pierce Field, 35-33 in favor of the Belmont Marauders. So Rich, what do you think about today's game?
You know, I think it's a great game for senior night. I'm proud of, you know, they should all be proud of themselves, their families, their friends, their peers. You know, congratulations to all the seniors, their last home game of the season.
Yep.
Lots to be proud of this season, definitely for sure. They all fought like champions. But yeah, you know, I haven't been this excited calling a game in so long, Nick. It's been a pleasure working with you, my friend.
Rich, thank you so much. This has been outstandingly fun for me. And I hope that we can get back together next season and do some more of these.
Me too, Nick. It's been a pleasure working with you, my friend. And that'll be it, ladies and gentlemen. We are signing off now. I am Richard Damas, and
I'm Nick Atonakas.
And it's been a pleasure doing ACMi football with you all. Have a good night,
everybody.